Before I turn to the issue of reform, I'd like to call your attention to an additional finding that our research revealed this year that I think will come as something of a shock to most of you. I know it did to me. Our survey this year, as you are now aware, was not focused exclusively on the civic literacy of elected officials. But when we did our random sample of over 2,500 Americans, 164 respondents self-identified themselves as having served in elective office at least once in their lives. We did not ask them to identify the particular office, but since it was a random sample, we can conclude that it was a random sample of elected offices. And here's the startling result. Elected officials, people we all voted for, scored lower on this test than the general public. The average score for elected officials was 44%. For the general public, 49%. That's a full 5 percentage points lower for a group of Americans most people would expect, dare I say, to have a firm grasp of America's history and institutions. Now, this is admittedly a small subsample of elected officials. I think it would be very interesting to explore whether this is a trend and would it hold up or across a larger random sample of elected officials. But with that said, the following is rather eye-opening. Only 46% of elected officials know Congress has the power to declare war. Only 32% can properly define the free enterprise system. Only 43% do not know what the Electoral College does. 20% of elected officials think it either trains those aspiring for elective office or was established to supervise the first televised presidential debates. Now, these are patently false, obviously, but given these results, perhaps we should think about establishing such a remedial institution. Now, overall, elected officials did better than the general public on only 4 of the 33 questions. This is an abysmal performance. It's an alarming performance. And certainly isn't in keeping with Thomas Jefferson's vision of forming statesmen, legislators, and judges on whom public prosperity and individual happiness so much depend. Obviously, this is further proof that something needs to be done to address the growing problem of civic ignorance.